Although Creighton suffered their first loss of the season when they lost the defending national champion Villanova, the Blue Jays remain one of the hottest teams in college basketball. And according to Josh Planos, contributing writer for the Washington Post, the Blue Jays are so hot, they're on pace to break records in the U.S. NCAA. Josh Planos joins us live via Skype from Omaha, Nebraska. Good morning, Josh, and welcome back to Sports Desk.
Thanks for having me, Miko.
Okay, Josh, we're going to go through some amazing numbers being put up by the Blue Jays, and let's start with their three-point percentage, 43% from downtown. How impressive is this, Josh?
Well, Miko, it leads the nation, so I'd say pretty impressive. I mean, last season this team ranked 148th in three-point percentage, and if maintained, it would be the highest in school history. So if we break it down further by players, there are 6 guys on this year's roster who are shooting at least 42% from beyond the arc. Last year, there were 0. So I'd say it's a much improved quality of the Creighton Blue Jays, and certainly has assisted them in tying their best start to a season in 74 years.
They are definitely not shy in launching from three-point land this season. Again, #1 in the NCAA in three-point percentage. Next number we will look at, Josh, 9.1. Assists per game for starting point guard Maurice Watson Jr. How amazing has Maurice been for the Blue Jays this season?
I mean, Maurice has been great. Like you mentioned, it leads the nation. He has 766 career assists, which is by far the most of any active player in the country. And if you watch any Creighton game this season, you'll see that he's the floor general and the offensive engine. So without Watson, there really is no high-flying Blue Jay offense. He's sort of the quintessential veteran point guard, gets everybody involved. I believe he has an assist to 9 different players on the roster. So, he's an even distributor, and he really is the spark plug for Greg McDermott's offense.
Speaking of sparking that offense, the next number we will look at, 60, number of dunks this season for the run-and-gun Creighton Blue Jays. Your thoughts on this number, 60?
Well, I can tell you over the last decade, Creighton has looked more like a layup line team than it has, an NBA slam dunk competition, for instance. Certainly, Kobe Paras coming to town has helped in that process. But like you mentioned, 60 dunks is already more than the team has had in any of the last 6 seasons. More than 20 of them have already been provided by redshirt freshman Justin Patton. He's 7 feet tall. He continues to wow scouts in the NBA even with his lateral quickness, his post work, and of course his height.
Next number, 1,237 total points for the Blue Jays in 14 games. Could you put this into context? Why is this an impressive number?
Sure. I mean, it's 21 more points than Creighton has ever had at this juncture in any season in program history. This is a program with, decades of experience, decades of offensively potent teams, and yet this is, at this juncture, the top offense that the program has ever seen. It's wowing fans in Omaha. It's getting people excited to come to games, and they can score with anybody.
And they score in a hurry. Final number we will look at, Josh, 13.8. That's 13.8 seconds per possession, per possession. And why did you find this very interesting?
Well, Miko, it's the 5th fastest of any team in the country. This is an offense that under McDermott has liked to get up into the half court and start its half court sets quick. But this is the fastest team that he's ever had, and I'm talking about at every single position. And it's working, too. Creighton's averaging more than 88 points per contest. Like we mentioned, that's a significant improvement on previous seasons. And really, if you watch, they are flying into the half court. They're finding a shooter or a slasher. It's quick, it's efficient, and it's one of the deadliest offenses in the country. And speed is, an aspect that they enjoy about their team. McDermott earlier this season said that he hopes that the team's pace wears on opposing defenses over the course of the game. And I think we're seeing that with how much the offense explodes in the second half, how tired down the opponent gets, and how many points in transition this team creates. I mean, it's no wonder that they're putting up a number of points when they're getting shots up, with 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
And no signs of slowing down for the Blue Jays for sure. Josh Planos, contributing writer for the Washington Post, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, Miko.